Yeah, I mean, I think in most parts of the world, outside of certain select markets, meaning the U.S. and even only in certain parts of the U.S., probably the Silicon Valley, California, sort of the East Coast, there is this venture debt that's available for startup companies. So I think the reality is it's going to be pretty difficult for entrepreneurs in Latin America to go to the large local bank and try to get some debt. And quite frankly, I would think that in many cases, particularly very young companies, they don't have the predictability enough to be able to meet the repayment terms, et cetera. So I would say here in Latin America that I would work on executing against your business plan, bringing in some equity so that you have a good foundation, and demonstrate some growth before you go to the bank, and have developed some assets for the bank to lend against. What are the most common forms of lending that I think are available for some of our entrepreneurs would be things like what we think of as working capital financing, or invoice discounting, or factoring of receivables is a very conventional form of financing that many banks will feel comfortable with, particularly if you have a strong debtor, right? If it's, let's say you're selling to Banco Colombia, people feel pretty good about that risk. So, discounting that receivable could be a straightforward way of financing. But banks also, when they look at young companies and entrepreneurs, they'll often ask for, personal guarantees and those kind of things. So it does not come without risk. But it certainly makes sense to explore, and if you can find it on the right terms, that would make a lot of sense to bring it on.